Just a fraction of the world's population has summited Mount Everest, but only one man, Jim Morrison, has skied down the most challenging route, and he did it last month. And Academy Award-winning director Jimmy Chin was there to document it all for an upcoming National Geographic film. Anderson spoke with both of them.
Well, I mean, Jim, first of all, how did this idea get started?
Well, it's been a lifetime journey finding my way to this mountain, but it's the ultimate ski mountaineering descent. It's the biggest, raddest, longest, most technically difficult ski line on the planet, and I dreamed it up with my partner Hillary, and we've been chasing this for a really long time.
Hillary was killed in 2022 in an avalanche.
She was.
Yeah. I'm very sorry for your loss. When you dreamed it up, though, I mean, you look at a picture of what your descent is going to be, it looks to me like a straight line down.
Well, that's part of what's so special about it. It's aesthetically just a plumb line off the top of the tallest mountain in the world. And really, it's the holy grail of skiing for me.
And Jimmy, how did you get roped into this?
That's a good question. I knew Hillary since over 20 years. And we both signed on to the North Face team the same year. And they came to me I guess it was 2020, and proposed this idea. And I knew it was extremely audacious. It's the most coveted ski mountaineering line in the world, and truly the most intimidating line in the world too. And but I knew that if there was anybody in the world that could do it, it would be Jim and Hillary. And of course, I love telling stories about audacious dreams. You know, it's the kind of project that consumes every part of your life. So for the last 6 years, and I think we've been carrying the weight of you know, the responsibility of the team, because it's an extraordinarily dangerous route. When you guys get to the top, I mean, that's a huge celebration. Were you guys high-fiving, celebrating, taking pictures? I was getting to the summit. Jim had stepped up on top, and I was in director mode thinking, okay, we've thought about this, rehearsed in our minds, like how we're going to coordinate the shots, the drone shots, who's going to shoot what shots do I need for the film. And
that's not what happened.
In that mindset, and when I crested the top and looked over into Nepal, I completely fell apart. I had a very emotional moment with Jim, just this pretty emotional release from this many years of dreaming about this line and really not knowing ever if we were going to be able to pull it off. Because it really is just, it's an audacious climb to begin with, but then to have Jim on the summit with his skis, and we just shared a moment. And I forgot about everything I was supposed to film. Were you like, dude, pull it together, I still got to go down and do this thing? Or
no, I was.
Were you in the moment too?
Equally, really emotional. We just put so much into it for so long, and you know, we failed numerous times. We weren't really sure if we would ever succeed, but we just kept going and kept going and kept going. And then when we got to the summit and we had everybody together, it was a real emotional release. I left some ashes there, and then they were high-fiving. They were taking selfies, and I shifted into this mindset of, I got to put my skis on and get serious and get focused and ski down.
And are you thinking, like, what is the altitude? What's the height of?
29,000 feet.
I mean, I can't even imagine that. Like, does your brain function the way it should?
Well, we were using supplemental oxygen, so that helps. And you're very hypoxic, and everybody's working slowly, but we were very well prepared for it mentally and physically, and there was a ton of training and effort that went into it. So you
put on the skis, do you visualize the whole route before you start? What was that first?
I've thought about, read about, scoured every bit of information I could get about this route for a decade, and visualized it over and over and over so many times. that I felt like I knew right where I was all the time on the route, and I was terrified at the same time.
You know, the terrain he's on, literally from the very first turn, is what we call no-fall zone, where you cannot make a single mistake. And
if you fall, you cannot stop.
If you blow an edge or you slip,
If you slip,
you're gone. And literally from the very top of the mountain for the first turn, 9,000 feet, he's exposed to no-fall zone.
Is that because of the ice? Is that because just of the angle of the mountain?
it's a combination of both. It's very, very steep and unrelenting the whole time. There's never a spot where you can ski into a safe, casual area.
Is there ever a moment, I mean, again, I'm just looking at this video, it's just so extraordinary. I can't even imagine walking down that slope. Is there ever a moment when you could enjoy it? I mean, maybe it's a dumb question, but like, or feel not safe, but feel I got this.
I think that became more and more clear as I made it down. There's certainly parts of it that are harder than others, and as I got into the lower 2/3 of the mountain, I got more and more confident. And as I got to the lowest part of the mountain, which is some of the steepest terrain on the whole mountain, I felt more accustomed to my skis. I haven't skied since last winter. I had knee surgery in April.
Jeez, wow.
So it's really my first real run since I had a partial knee replacement.
Wow.
So
were your knee doctors like, dude, come on, what are you doing?
My doctors were.
Did he sue you for
incredible
malpractice?
team members, and they talked me into this, and they gave me a lot of confidence that this would work for me. And I mean, it's been a miraculous recovery and new knee for me.
And so, how long the entire descent? How long was that?
Took a little over 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So for 4 hours, I was in that moment of extreme focus.
You were on, I mean, I was going to say a knife's edge, but I mean, you were on a life or death 4-hour ride.
Yeah, the edge of what is possible for me on skis.
Wow. Incredible. And when it's done, I mean, what is that like?
When I got to the bottom?
Yeah.
When I crossed the Bergschrund at the bottom and I skied out onto safe terrain, I looked back up at the whole mountain. I could see 9,000 vertical feet. I thought about Hillary. I cried. I screamed. I had just incredible emotional release. And then I skied down into camp where my team was, and part of the whole production team, part of the Sherpa team, and was just, I couldn't understand how I could still stand up. I felt like I was going to collapse because it was just such a emotional release.
Wow. It's extraordinary. I mean, it's just incredible. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Beyond incredible. By the way, every newscast is a no-fall zone.